gives you guys confidence that, I mean, obviously you guys didn't have your best performance as an offensive line on Saturday. What gives you confidence that you guys can fix it for this weekend?
I feel like we've shown that we can play good. Obviously, like you said, it wasn't the best, but we've shown the upside, and we just got to keep practicing hard, keep working at it.
Did Syracuse throw you guys anything you weren't expecting?
No, I think we knew what we were getting into. The problem was we got into it too much. We backed ourselves up, we hurt ourselves, and gave them the opportunity to get into those crazy fronts and a bunch of mugged up looks. So, it was on us to, not be in those positions.
Even when not playing your best, what got you guys through that game? What got you to a win?
Our defense. Our defense kind of put us on, their backs. They played phenomenal. Really the only points they let up are our fault. We gave them the ball, short field. They scored a touchdown. They only had to go 12 yards. So, I think our defense, played phenomenal. So.
Ryan, what do you know about NC State? What are they doing this weekend?
Physical, very physical up front. Their front seven's really good. I don't know much about their DBs. I don't watch that, but their front seven's going to bring it to you. Their DNs, are very fast and physical. They'll hit you in the run and they'll chase balls down. So we just got to master physicality.
Ryan, what have your impressions been on Kendall and Ryan stepping up with Keith and Jeff out currently?
I think they've done a good job. Obviously, Kendall had all those penalties that everyone's harping on, but I think he's a phenomenal player. He's great. And Coretta, really earned his stripes kind of this fall and stepped up as one of those swing guards, step-up guys. So, I'm proud of them, and I think they can do much more. So.
You've played with a lot of quarterbacks since you've been here at Pitt. I mean, what are your impressions of just Mason being 18 years old and just kind of coming in and taking control of the huddle?
He's definitely just a natural-born leader. It's something that we saw when he got here in the spring. Just feels like it just comes easy to him. He's not awkward trying to talk us up. He's always just he has that charisma, just the vibe that you want in someone like that, especially for someone that young. So.
You guys kind of feed off of that, just him being so young and being that confident?
Yeah, it's always fun to see, watch him get a little hyped up. He gets excited sometimes being so young and in the spotlight like that, but it's fun to see.
Ryan Turner's a young guy too. How have you seen him settle in, and what's confidence level in him, when he's getting the number of carries he's getting?
Like you said, he's young, and when he came in, we saw the speed. He's fast, obviously, but just seeing him grow in some aspects, like catching the ball and reading. You said Boosie, right? Just making sure. Okay. Just him seeing the lane and just game by game as he's getting more touches. You just see him growing. As just a runner. So.
With Dez in and out of the lineup, how nice has it been to have Joel's Goff just be a very consistent presence for you guys?
It's something you need, obviously, having the firepower of Dez, being able to have backups in depth, with, how he's been. But I think we have 3 great running backs in that room. So.
Ryan, can you feel the confidence this team has growing after 3 straight weeks?
Yeah, for sure. But obviously, there's still so much to improve on. The offense really didn't do much this week. So, there's nothing to be satisfied about, nothing to be complacent about. We still got a bunch to work on, but it's good to be on the right track.
How big of a boost was it for Kenny to break off that play right before halftime?
That was huge. Obviously, things were going slow. We started off hot on offense, and then slowed down pretty much, the last half of the first and the whole second quarter. So being able to go into half with something like that and just, get some momentum back home was huge.
Mason started hot. I feel like a lot of what we knew about Mason before he was starting was about his arm. He could throw a nice ball. How much of his legs kind of surprised you guys, or does he show you something there?
We get to see a little bit with the quarterbacks in practice, but they can't get hit, so they're a little more, just they know they can kind of sit in the pocket a little longer in practice. So really seeing him break out a run like that, I knew he was fast, but he was kind of moving. So
after the game Saturday, Coach Narduzzi, I think he said you guys felt like you guys could pop one in special teams. What were you guys seeing before that, and what kind of led to that play?
Practice. Just seeing how we practice and how we put in new drills and incorporated our full reps and stuff, and just getting those looks during practice. And just the way the kick locations were, we knew that we could spring a big one.
Early in the season, you said you had a few opportunities to score on a kick return and weren't able to finish them off. What was the difference this time?
I think just being focused on the finish. like seeing the whole play through and start to finish, and just really just making sure that I finish through my strides and don't let the kicker tackle me.
How much momentum do you feel like that gave you, just with the timing, a couple seconds on the clock, max, right leading into halftime?
It was a huge one. Even before we went out, we knew we wanted to return it regardless, just because of the time. And I saw some things that I liked on some of the previous ones. The Stonehouse, Greyhouse, something, whatever the guy was, he was kicking some bombs. I mean, they were hanging up there for a while, and that's why the iPads are so good. Just going back to see the iPads and seeing what we see, and I knew I wanted to take that one regardless, and yeah, it was a big one. Props to those guys for blocking.
As a team, you guys have 4 punt return touchdowns the past 2 years, which is the most in the country. What has Coach Bro done to just kind of change that whole unit?
Like I said, again, practice. When I first got here, practice on special teams was very loose, very not as intentional. Coach Bro really brings the attention to detail, and he lets us get good details and good reps without killing our bodies, so that we're still fresh. And I think he does an amazing job scheme-wise. I mean, he's the best in the business.
It was a penalty-filled game, especially on offense up there against Syracuse. What has been the message this week from the coaching staff? How have you guys responded to that?
Just attention to detail. It's everything that we were doing, nothing that they were doing. Some holding penalties, getting our hands inside, just lazy stuff that we got to clean up. Last week was a tough win, but, a lot of teams in the country had tough games that they lost. So we had a tough game. Penalty stack that, obviously our penalty chart looked crazy. But just getting through that, yeah.
When you're playing a game like that where you just have to kind of grind through it, what keeps you guys staying in it despite things maybe going the wrong way?
Our leadership starts with Mason. Mason does a great job taking hold of our huddle and our group. All our quarterbacks do, and just continue on with that. The way that Coach Dew stays poised, the way that Coach K keeps believing in us to go make plays, stuff like that means the world to us, and that helps us play the best.
What makes you believe in a true freshman that's only played a couple of games?
I mean, it's proof in the pudding. I mean, we've seen it all camp. The dude's accurate. He's focused. You can see it throughout the week. I know how everybody's going to play in the game based off of how they practice and how they approach the game Monday through Friday, and how we go through walkthroughs and how much he knows about the offense. Can he, I've seen Mason, we line up in the wrong thing. He sets the whole formation back and tells us what to do. Just being a leader and really having control of that throughout the week really just gives us all the confidence in the world that when we do go out there on Saturday or Sunday or whenever we play, that he's going to be ready and to make those plays.
On one of your receptions from Mason, you were running up the hash marks in the seam. It seemed like he delivered that ball even before you got out of your break. Can you just talk about his anticipation?
Yeah, like I said, super smart dude, and film a lot. I mean, he's here all the time, and he saw it before I saw it. I mean, we're on the same page there, and I know exactly which route you're talking about, and it was just, amazing that he saw me that fast, and his eyes are really quick. He works his feet fast, and he's really good.
What stands out to you about NC State?
I think they're really talented. They're athletic. They move good. They have a good offense, and something that we gotta make sure that we keep up with. We need to play a really good game offensively. Got a good running back, good quarterback, all around. Even their defense is solid. So I'm excited for the matchup, and we're ready.
Kenny, how have you seen Turner grow as a true freshman as well over these last couple of games?
A lot, honestly. And it's the little stuff too. I was talking to him about catches and catching. Practice, he had some drops, and I was just focus, and he started focusing. And the past couple of weeks, he's been focused, his eyes on the ball, he's sliding, picking up protections, and just stuff that you really want to see from a young guy like him. He's going to learn a lot, and he's going to be more special than what he is right now.
How cool is it to see young guys on both ends of the ball, like, really making contributions on this team?
It's nice just because I was a young guy that came in here and made some plays, and I remember how hungry I was, and I'm still as hungry, but I just remember that feeling, just going in there as a young guy and just making plays, just being fearless. And I love that our young guys are fearless. They go out there and they just go make plays.
Tamon, was that first drive, I think you got that interception. What were you seeing on just that first play?
What was I seeing?
Yeah.
I kind of knew it was coming already because the formation that they was in. So I just broke on it, just made a play on the ball. We was in zone coverage, so I just had my eyes on the quarterback. Was able to make a play.
You guys got 3 interceptions. I mean, it kind of felt like you guys knew a lot was coming that game. Did you guys just have a good read going into that?
Yeah, I think we just had a good feel of, what they was doing. We watched a lot of film last week, and once we seen the certain formations, we kind of just attacked it and we made plays. So it was a good game.
The interception that Kabir came up with, you were obviously in coverage there. Talk about what you've done technically, in coverage to perform so well.
I got to give a lot of that to Coach Collins. He's been helping me a lot since I've gotten here with my feet and my eyes and my hands. So that play was just man coverage. I was kind of in trail position a little bit, so I just made a play on the ball, and KB was right there to pick it off for me.
You guys the secondary as a whole hadn't had an interception up until this point. What was it like to finally get that ball rolling?
That was good. We preach attacking the ball all the time and, catching the ball, getting our hands on the ball. So last week was a good game for us because we got 3 interceptions in the DB room. So we're just going to keep that rolling.
What was it like to have Cruz back involved in the mix? He comes up with an interception, but just as a leader back there in the secondary.
Yeah, it was very good having him back there. Cruz is a big point for us on defense. He does a lot for us, and I love having him back there. But I also love playing with KB and Vaughn, all the other safeties too. They all do a good job as well. So, but having Cruz back was a good point for us for sure.
From your perspective, how did you see the linebackers respond and some of those guys step up with Kyle and Rasheem out?
I thought they played very well. I'm proud of them boys. Them being so young and having to play and not really know that was going to happen. So, they were studying all week, just waiting for their moment. And when it came, they took advantage of it. So I'm really proud and happy for them.
How much can it help you guys in the secondary just making a break on a ball or being in position to get picks when you have the defensive line and the front seven just being able to pressure the quarterback and force maybe bad throws or bad decisions?
Yeah, that helps us a lot. When the D-line gets pressure and just quarterback then just throws it up in the air, then that's kind of what we want, because that's what, like I just said, we attacking the ball all the time and stuff. So once the D-line gets pressure and he starts scrambling and stuff, we know that it's our time to make a play because he's just going to throw it up. So we just got to go get it.
To kind of build on that earlier push, I mean, everyone, going into this season, it's like Kyle Lewis, Rasheem Biles, everyone knows who those 2 guys are. Like, you guys didn't have them. You held a team to 212 yards. What's that just say about your defense as a whole?
Our defense as a whole, man, we just want to be aggressive, We just want to stop the run, make them throw the ball, make them one-dimensional so that we can drop everybody back in zone coverage and make plays on the ball, But our main key is stopping the run, and we did that, and we made Syracuse one-dimensional, and we had a good game.
Tamon, while you were out with dealing with the injuries, we saw Shadarian Harrison and Sean Lee Jr. really step up. What did you see from them while you were out?
I seen both of them boys really grow up and become better players right in front of my eyes, Even while I was injured, I was still communicating with them and still helping them, just teaching them little things that I do and that I know. But I'm proud of them boys, and they've been playing really well this season, and I just hope we can keep it going.
What are you expecting from NC State, the receivers, the quarterback?
Expecting a good game. I'm just ready to go out there and play. We'll see.
What type of challenges do maybe those receivers present to you guys?
They have a pretty good group, pretty good quarterback. They're top in the country in what they do, so it's going to be a good game.
What was your reaction right before halftime when Kenny's just going down and scoring that touchdown?
Talking about the punt return, Kenny?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy because we was getting ready to go out on the field. Wait, was we? Oh, nah.
Like 3 seconds.
Yeah. So it was kind of crazy because I was like, dang, if he returned this, it's going to be crazy. And then once I seen him get through the hole and get going past the punter, I was, oh, yeah, that's a touchdown. But I feel like we could take punts back on our punt return team every week. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Coach Bro does a good job putting us in the right position. So that was just a good play by Kenny.